On behalf of the 10 organizations that make up the Kahnawake Communications Network, hello and welcome to the Storytellers Vault, brought to you by the Case Populaire Kahnawake's Community Development Fund. The Tellers Vault allows budding Kahnawake Hironu producers the opportunity to pitch their idea for a new local TV show to 5 community judges. Each judge has $1,000 total to offer producers to get their pilot project off the ground. Each producer, of course, is hoping to obtain as much money as possible to make their pilot project a success. Let's meet our judges and the criteria they are basing their decisions on.
I'm Denon Phillips. I work at K103 Radio. I am a radio host and personality. How I got involved in this project? I was asked to do it. I really enjoy working around cameras and being in front of it, being behind it. Just the whole technical world of film and television is my world, really. I am the technical guy in all of this, so I have a vision as to how it goes. And if their vision matches mine, then we're going to make some gold.
My name is Andrew Tanahoka de DeLille, and I'm an old politician. I've been in politics for many years, so I'm still involved in that. And right now my objective is to push the vision statement. From 1980, when the people had a meeting that they want to go back to a new type of living and government, and I got involved there. And then when this vision statement came about, I said this is the follow-up of all that time in 1980, and this was 2009. So I was pretty happy I took it up at that point in time, and I had a lot of difficulty getting people interested, but now it's going pretty well. I'm looking for something that relates to our ancestral way of thinking and our ancestral way of doing things. That's what I'm interested in. Anything that they talk about that reminds us of that and that we have to do something about it. This is important for me.
Kateri Erstreich. I am a community member from Kahnawake. I've lived here for the past 25 years or so. I'm a volunteer within the Kahnawake Fire Brigade and active within our community on various levels and employed at KSCS currently. You know, getting our culture and language out there is really important, but it's also important to do it in an entertaining way that grasps people's attention and makes them motivated to want to learn more. So I think that's where we're going to go today.
My name is Joe Delaronde. I've been involved in media for over 35 years and the last 17 with the Mohawk Council of Kahnawake. You know, the opportunity here to do a little extra trying to promote language and cultural initiatives is something I think is important, and that's kind of why I'm here today. Hopefully one of these things really sticks, and maybe 2 or 3, and then we have some continuity, and these things can, you know, we can breathe life into something and it'll last for a long time. That's what I hope.
Yes, my name is Francine Chapman, and I'm from Manitoba, and I currently work at Cattery School as school counselor. Well, I saw this ad in the email, and I looked at it and it looked really, really interesting, and I want to promote education and culture, and I think it's very important to be that here in Kahnawake for Mohawk people, since you guys are a very, very proud nation. I think the most important part is to promote culture and awareness and education.
Today is episode number 2, and we'll be featuring local producer Jeremiah Johnson. But first, we ask Jeremiah why he's here.
Hi, Sego. My name is Jeremiah Johnson. I'm pitching an idea for a show that I personally have always wanted to see. When I thought about this this program that's going, I said, gee, what show would I want to watch on television? One that I've always wanted to see was a reality-based show that follows a medicine person through the woods, and he teaches us of our local medicines and the traditional medicines that grow and the uses for them and how to prepare and use them. It's something that a lot of people are concerned about losing our traditional ways, and I find that this does help to lend towards the preservation of our culture and traditions. The show I'd like to pitch is a reality-based TV show that follows a medicine person, our local expert, on his journey through the woods to find, collect, and process local medicines. We have a lot of interest in traditional medicines, homeopathy, and this is all becoming a very big thing in society again. And when it comes to our culture, I feel that it will also help to promote our culture and our traditions when it comes to medicine use in the community.
Okay, so since it's got more to do with the community, let's hear from you guys.
Yeah, well, I believe I like it because it's something that people can have to learn and know about, because it has something to do with the vision, because we have to look to the past, the way we operated, our people did in the past, and then that to the future. And this is something that really has to be done, because curing our people is important because of what's happening to them now.
When I saw this this proposal, I'm trying to find, throw the curveballs, and it's very hard because this is one that seems to hit on a lot of needs here. I'm just wondering what kind of style you're looking at, because I'll be frank, you're the only guy I know who has a drone. Is that drone going to come into play in this?
Absolutely, of course. I have the opportunity to use it, I'm going to use it. Yeah. A few shots will have, the areas we're entering and, the aerial shots. It's nice that I have the use of such a tool, because I can get a perspective that most people can't.
Are you looking at, do you already have, a or several medicine people that you're looking at?
Yes, there's a few people that I'm considering. I haven't spoke to them yet because I didn't know how far we were going to get, in this process. But if it's something that I'm going to be able to pursue, there's certainly a few people I have to ask who have good character, good charisma, and will certainly bring it across in a way that people will be happy to absorb it and comfortable absorbing the information.
I don't mind. I need to understand the entertainment value in this. I'm really looking at how are we going to engage our youth and people to want to watch this show. And I understand that our medicines are important, but I see no entertainment into getting in there.
That's where the proper host comes in. You have the right person behind in front of the camera, and he'll engage the audience and keep people entertained. It won't just be, a very droll, informational. It's going to have some humor into it and some personality.
Now that you said that you got the drone, you got your own drone, that alone is something that I don't think we've seen before. No, especially with this type of, I guess you could call it like a documentary almost?
I'd like to say it's more of a reality-based show.
Yeah.
Because there's very low studio time involved. Everything's done on-site in real time. We're following the gentleman or the lady through the woods. They're showing us the medicines, what they're called, what they've done, what we've used them for traditionally, how we prepare them.
And how many episodes are you looking at?
We're looking at just the pilot.
Okay.
This is a show that I wanted to see a long time. And when I was reading this proposal, I was thinking, gee, what is a show I want to watch? And something like this is something I've been very interested in a long time. I work with a lot of people in Kahnawake. When I do my own medicine gathering, I actually have a few friends that come with me. And we do collect in territory certain medicines. Mm-hmm. And we've always gone through, and normally what we have to do is we have to take pictures of plants we don't know. Go home, Google them, search them, do our own research on them. It's very tedious and time consuming. Mm-hmm. For people who are just getting into this, the youth who want to start, this will be helpful in giving them a shortcut into learning what the local plants are, the more common ones, and how they can be beneficial.
I'd just like to add to that, because coming from a background of being Native myself and not knowing my traditions, because I'm not from Kahnawake, I think it's a really, really awesome thing that you're doing, and I'm really willing to give you some money here. Really, I think it's awesome, and the educational part of it is going to be really important to share with people, especially myself, since I'm not from here. So I'm willing to give you some money, all right? It's not a lot, but I think it's a nice chunk to help you. I'm willing to give you $300.
I'm going to do the same thing, Jeremiah. I think this is a good project. I wish I had more to give, because we have several projects. I'd give 500, easily, even 1,000. But we have to spread it around a bit. But I'm willing as well, like Francine, to say 300.
Well, I'm willing too to give 300 for this. So I'm really interested in it.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna have
people really have to know all about that medicine.
It's important.
Yeah. Well, that's important. From a technical standpoint, you're asking us for $1,000, and you've already gotten the drone, and you've already gotten a nice portion from the rest of the panel here. And I'm thinking from the technical aspect, it doesn't really cost that much if you already got the equipment to do so. And from an entertainment point of view, it's
a really important thing to look at, but entertainment value is not really there. But I do support the idea.
Yeah, exactly. So I think we're gonna
$50.
50 bucks each. How's that?
Thank you very much.
Nice round number right there.
That brings it to 1,000.
That brings it right to 1,000. How about that?
Congratulations.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
On behalf of the Tellers Vault, we'd like to congratulate Jeremiah, who ended up with $1,000 to produce a pilot TV show on medicine walks. We asked Jeremiah for some thoughts about his encounter with the judges.
It was very interesting. It was similar to that show on TV, the Shark's Tank, or the other one there, the Dragon's Den. It was very nice people, and they listened to my idea, and they certainly seemed to like it. Well, I'm very glad that they granted me the money I needed to do this project, and I'm very excited to get it started. Now I can go and speak with people and start putting this together.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to present Medicine Walk, produced by Jeremiah Johnson, the first project to be aired with the help of the Tellers Vault.
You know, of course, all of these are medicine, but just that a lot of people have forgotten. And I know that there's a lot of interest today, so I know there'll be big efforts made to relearn the medicine and the herbs and what they're for, and start using them again, like our forefathers did. I have a strong belief in our community that there are people who are really out there working at it, and that's good. It's excellent, and so we always have to be encouraging. So this plant here is called Jonoscori. First of all, I want to show you that the way I was taught by the older fellows is that you always give an offering of tobacco, of Indian tobacco, and you give this at the first plant that you find. You put some tobacco there at the, and then you speak in your language and make a greeting what ne Jonoscori, and then you'll speak what you're there for, and if you're picking it for somebody, you'll mention their name, and then you'll talk about that you're taking his power to help the person, and so that's what you do. So the first plant that you find, you put tobacco there, then you go on to the second plants. So that's what we're going to do. So now you can get closer. Look, Satgatto. This is the plant, and here are the roots. They are a type of root, and here's the leaf, and better leaves so you could see better. This is what the plant looks like. And what's important is you look around also at the kind of trees. It's a mixture of poplar and some hardwood. And there's no water where we are, so that's where it grows. So always look at the surrounding, what the trees are, and you'll remember that, because they all grow in different areas. And also, it's got that smell that you can't, almost like a pepper, kind of a pepper plant. There it is. So, as Six Nations, they also they pick a lot of this, and they call it swine duck, and they pickle it. I was so surprised. Many years ago, I was visiting Mr. Nano Cook at Six Nations, and they took this out, and his wife had them in jars. People have different uses for the Jonascordy, so I just want to show you that here underneath the leaves that you can see it growing on top of the, pretty much on top of the ground, on top of the surface. People use this for different things. Some people use it when they have a bad cold. They chew on it. It soothes the soreness in your throat. Some other people will use it. They would make a weak tea, and when they go to a funeral, and when they view a person, some of them will come home and they'll kind of wash their face with that. So everybody has kind of different ways, different beliefs about it. So these are some things I just want to share. Oh, that's it. See the snake? He's going right there. There he is. Snake! Snake! There he is on that log. So we can't go further. That's the way I was taught. When you run across a snake, like he's right there, it means don't go beyond. He's in my path. He crossed my path, and that's it for there. So we'll go back this direction, okay? Anyways, we all have our own kind of beliefs, our own superstition, our own way, and that's what I was taught. I was told by the old man, John Bova, many years ago. When I was a boy, we went there, and he used to grow Indian tobacco, a lot of tobacco, and he used to talk. I used to go with the old man, Mike Woodrow, and he would talk about medicines. That's what the older fellows like to do. They would often talk about different kind of medicines. But I remember him saying that a long time ago, that when a snake comes across your path, that's it. You stop and go a different direction after that. So, plus I don't like them snakes. But you realize this is his home, and we're the invader today. I come out here to make mask on the tree. These are the, back there, they're big basswoods, so that's where I carve. Okay, there it is again, Jonascordy. Around here are the blood roots. That's what I'm looking for. And one time I found a batch of both. I found a batch of the Jonascordy, and I found a batch of bloodroot. And I had my iPad, and I started filming it and talking, and I even made a comment where I said, oh, there it is. It's important because one day we're going to need to know where they are. Here's a plant that is called Deganeguas in our language, or bloodroot. Often you'll hear people talking about it. Long time ago, they also used this to make a dye, but the medical properties are for heart condition. And I remember the old man Small Fence on Cornwall Island, he said you would take this when you have this very bad headache, and you would take the root and pulverize it and just kind of put a little bit, like sniff it up your nose, and it would help clean out. So I want to show you what it looks like and why it's called bloodroot. Wait, there are more over here. We'll go right in the back of me, and we'll find some right here. Perfect. Here we are. Again, it's another kind of plant that it grows on top of the surface. You'll start bleeding here. Oh, let me get the root. Let me get at a root. Hold on. Let's get a root. Oh, here it is. Look at it. It's just down below the surface. Now you're going to see it. You see the way it's beginning to bleed. Right there. It's blood root. There. We're just getting ready. Between now is the full moon. It's time to pick them. And by the next full moon, we might get a frost. And the leaves will be down. So the time to harvest, here, there with the sunshine, you can look at the root sticking out in the ground. You see the sap, the blood flowing? This is the time to harvest, to start harvesting your herbs. Okay, my friend. So once again, we're look around in the area. There are a lot of more hardwood trees. There's maple, a lot of maple here, hard maple, and there are some basswood, uhuzla, and wata. And you could see where we are. The water is a little bit further in the back, and it's a little bit drier. We're up on a dry, kind of a dry area, but we have some shade from the forest, and the plant grows very well in this kind of environment. So it's always important also to learn about medicine by the surrounding, so you know where to go look. So there we are for now. Yahweh.
And that wraps up this week's episode of the Storyteller's Vault. Thank you for watching. Yawagoa to the Case Populaire Kahnawake Community Development Fund for financial support, and to KahnawakeTV for providing the airtime. Be sure to tune in next week for a completely new episode of the Teller's Vault, where another budding producer will pitch their idea to the judges. Until then, Onagiwahi from the Storyteller's Vault.